Hi, it's Mary from Old School Speech. Back on December 6th, I posted a blog post on organizing your data for progress reports. That helped me really do my progress reports a little bit faster. As I sat down to do my progress reports for this report period, I looked at the students' homework and how much they were bringing it back signed. I always like to kind of let the parents know if they bring it back a lot, that they're doing a great job helping their students, making sure that they're getting their homework back on time and signed. And then on the flip side, if they're not bringing it back, then I like for the parents to kind of be aware that we might need to step that up a little bit. So I was looking through my records and I thought there's got to be an easier way to do this than sitting there and counting up each time they could have brought it and each time they brought it, when it was signed, when it wasn't signed, when they forgot it. So then I thought, Google Forms. It is a lifesaver. I do want to thank Marisha from Road to Speech for her tutorial on using Google Forms for data tracking. So that's kind of where I got this idea from, along with a couple of other things. But anyway, so let's look at Mr. Tyler here. So just to give you an idea, what I did at first was I took each of my kids and only did forms for homework. I'm going to rethink that and I'll tell you why. So if you don't keep your data on Google Forms, this is a good way to keep up with the homework. So basically, this is it. What you see is this is it. I've got the date and I've got returned homework returned, and I'm dividing them up into each grading period. So I can go back and look and see if it helped to mention if they didn't bring it back, to help to see if it mentioned that. It just helped to see if mentioning that helped them bring it back more often. Sorry, I'll get it out in a second. So this is a very simple form. I just have homework return period 2. Either they brought it back signed, it wasn't signed, or it wasn't returned. So when I go to do my progress report, all I have to do is hit on responses, and I come down here and I have a percentage. So Mr. Tyler brought his homework back signed 71% of the time for this grading period. So it's that easy. Let's go back and look at this one. On this one, I actually did two different grading periods. I've got homework period 1 and homework period 2, so I can see last report period she brought it back 66% of the time, and this time only 50. So I have a good idea of she's kind of slipping a little bit with bringing her homework back, but she did only have 3 times last time, and this time she had 8. And something else that's really cool with this is that if I want to go ahead and look and see how she's done for the whole year for both grading periods, I can combine them. What you do is you go to Sheets, click on that, click on this little green cross, and it takes you to Google Sheets. So all I have to do is just highlight, maybe it's working. Okay, there you go. Highlight the homework, and then I'm going to come over to Insert. There it goes. And Chart. And I have a chart that shows me how she did for the whole year. So I thought this was pretty cool. And so if you want to, you can actually get the chart, and if you do your data on forms, then you can take this chart, if you do it and include it with the progress chart, if you do a progress chart. So anyway, I thought that was a really cool feature. All right, so as I said, I didn't think ahead, and I didn't put the homework in with my therapy data, but I'm going to, and I wanted to show you this. So, for example, on this one, I just kind of made a new section and put the homework in. So when I go to the responses to look to see how she did, I'm going to look all the way down here at the bottom. It just puts it right in. No big deal at all. Something else that you could do is you could let them fill it out themselves. If you click on the I for the preview. And as I said on December 6th, what I do in the morning is when I get to school is I go ahead and put up my therapy data forms. So if I have a second, I can just kind of plug them in real quick instead of plug the data in real quick instead of waiting till the end of the day. So this is something even the kids could do. You could, oh, that's not a good one. Let me come back here. If you have them separated, you could come here and you could have them put the date in, or you could put the date in and have it already. So that way it would be a little bit even faster. And then they could check if they signed it, if they didn't sign it, or if it wasn't returned, and they can submit it. So that way, it doesn't take but a second. And maybe while you're getting the rest of your stuff together for the therapy session, you can have them do that and you're good to go. Okay, so let's go back and make a quick form. So you're going to go to your Google Drive. You're going to click on New. You're going to come down, highlight More, come over to Google Forms and click on Google Forms. Okay, let's give it just a second to open here. Okay, and then you put in the student's name. And then for the untitled question, you put the date, and that automatically changes to the date here, and I want to make that required. And then I'm going to come over here and click on the plus to add a question. And for the question, I'm just you can put whatever you want. I just put homework returned. And you want it to be multiple choice. The first option, I'm going to put in signed, not signed, or not returned. And there I have my form. That's it. It's super, super easy. It's super quick. If you have any questions or comments, just comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for listening.